Hello, it's Julie again. This is another flip through of the junk journal that I made this fall. This one here, obviously, I got carried away with. People that make junk journals call this the alligator. Okay. It's a witch's theme. We have charms hanging from here with some herbs. The front card, I made a pocket with a card. It's called She Sees All. And there's a card. The card is a picture of a key. It's called the Key to My Heart. You turn it over and there's the key to my heart. It's my family. And that goes in there. It was made out of an old leather book. Great Expectations was the name of the book. There's corners, metal corners on it. I did an invisible spine. You can't see how it's all inside how I sewed it. You don't see it from the outside. Then I had my grandmother's old button container and I found this in it. Worked great. Some kind of little snap. You open it up. And you've got a little bookmark over here. A pocket. I haven't put anything on it yet. It says this book belongs to a library card. It's fun to put in there. A little pocket for it. And there's the key. And then this is an ink pen to journal with. Next page. You got a little belly band metal lace here and some cards. This card describes the witch's boom, which is the little glass charm on the front that has the herbs in it. Tells you about it. I could put a picture on the back of there or do some writing. And here's a feather on this page. Feather that I got when I went to California. Found it on the beach. We were out there seeing our daughter. She lives Sparks by Nevada Arena. Here's but it's a little feather. Those birds were everywhere. Those blackbirds. There's some trim I have for beaded trim. There's another card. I save all cards, as you know. I put some tea-dyed paper on the back, stamped it a little bit, made a little ruffle out of some paper and zigzagged it on. I have little stickers and cards from 3 different of my favorite fictional witches. This is a sticker that says "Defy Gravity, Rise Up." It's from the musical Wicked. Here's some pages from dictionaries I used. This one's got the definition of witch in it, witchcraft, fun stuff. It says the first signature. Signature is a group of papers that you sew in, and the first signature here is going to be about spells. Underneath I could write, and here's I stamped over top of it. It can be decorated more, colored, as I journal. From the book I used, pages from the book I used, Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Here's a page from a book I have of quotes. This is from The Tempest, a play by Shakespeare, and a bunch of the quotes from Tempest. The Tempest goes, into. They have like ghosts and stuff in it, and the stamp. Maybe you could color it, write something on there. Some downloaded pages that I got that you can write spells in, which basically are intentions with meditation and some more journaling pages. There's a piece of a sample piece of wallpaper that I used. Made a little tag out of a Starbucks cozy with a little charm and button. 2 movie ticket stubs from movies that had to do with witches, Harry Potter, and Season of the Witch. Okay. Then more journaling pages. Book page from Great Expectations. Now, I just said on the back of this, because once you put some gesso on it, it takes in, you can write on it, see the writing easier, it makes it nice to paint on. I could paint on here. You just put a piece of wax paper behind here, and I could paint, create a collage. More journaling pages. Another page of quotes from Tempest. You can write behind it. I fixed an old button for my grandma's button tin. The other half of the wallpaper. Some more journaling pages, book pages. And this is the end of this signature. It's got a pocket with some little tags in it. And a paper clip. I use those to hold some charms, some of the old buttons on here. This is canvas cloth. It is a photo of a painting. I got it on Etsy. I think it's so pretty. And I made a pocket out of it. I put a little frame around it, made a little pocket out of it, and put a tag in here. This tag is an old tea bag. Has the tea bag wisdom on it. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. A little tiny spider. Fun stuff. Okay, and a star. It says desire. Put that back inside there. A little piece of trim. Upholstery trim. And another paper clip with a charm. Now I made this collage from a, I got a tag paper clipped on the back there. But I made this collage on the back of these cover here out of various pictures from magazines, craft magazines, junk journal magazines. They have it, Michaels, cut pictures out of them, made a collage. This is a little cellophane bag that I put some white sage in. It says, stay true to yourself. Now this signature, this is starting another signature, it has to do with botanicals. So that's why we had the lady drinking tea and the sage. Now I made a pocket here out of some a junk mail envelope. And another card that someone had given me at some point. Here's the dictionary for herb, a definition, and another little part of a tea bag that I stamped. Put that, made a pocket, the herb definition on the front, piece of tea-dyed paper, ribbon, card that I, then you open it up, and inside you have various different herbs, some stamping, various different, and it's all alphabetical. Tells you about the herbs and their properties. Then that goes back in there. And this is from a book I have with great images. This old book, watercolor garden pictures. I mean, they're beautiful, and I cut out a lot of the images and use them in junk journals. And some pages from the book and some more journaling pages. This is all still the herb, the botanical section. And then we just had the herbs. Well, Here, of course, we have to have the fun herb in there, which is cannabis. I got a set of cards years ago and never used them. Wasn't sure what to use them for. They were given to me as a gift, and they're quite fun. And this would be the front of the card, and then when you open up the card, there was like a recipe of using cannabis in each recipe. And so I just took the front of the card off, made a pockets, and then took the other, and then made recipe cards. And there's another one, and then it's like got a 50s motif to it. It's hysterical. You know, like you got Turkish delight and out of this world avocado dip. And it goes in there, and no, I have never made any of these recipes. Some fun stuff though. So then we move on. More journaling pages and some mistletoe. Picture of that. Now in this pocket, which it looks like I need a little more glue there, but in this pocket here, I made another little pamphlet. This is a card that my husband gave me when he brought me some flowers when I was having my hysterectomy, and I used it as the front. And here's like a little card comes out. I'm not sure where I got this little card at. I think it was included in something that I purchased from Etsy. You get all kinds of cute stuff when you order from places on Etsy. They put a little extra free stuff in the gift box, but it is fun. Some papers I took out of an old journal that wasn't used. Made a little pamphlet on the front, and you open it up. Now you've got a guide to incense. Okay, various different kinds of incense, how to make the incense, what the properties of the incense are. You can take and write down what kind of incense you've made, if you liked it. All in here has to do with incense. Then I got a package in the mail from someone that was from Niagara Falls, and the name of their store was Chit Chats. I just thought it was cute, so I cut the the postage thing from the front and used it to make an envelope, put a card in it. That's another tea bag that I stamped, and it's on here like 2 marked pages. Okay, and you put and it goes back. That's the other half of the junk mail envelope. It was like I folded it in half, and then the back page. And here's the clear through from the the junk mail. Some more herbs. And this is the other half of the collage that I made. Now we move on to this one, which is astrology, which I think is fun. And I have got a card, cut the front of it off. It's a picture of an artist who, I can't think of his name right now, but he was the first person to draw a picture of the moon. And this is the telescope that he used when looking at the moon to draw the picture. And then the card, of course, had a back to it, so I took the back to it and made this little card to go in there. Another piece of upholstery trim. Another card someone gave me. Some tea dyed paper on the back. Okay, now this is astrology, and I'm Leo, so of course there's going to be a little extra Leo stuff in here. So, and some more pages from Great Expectations. Now this signature has the various signs on each page telling you about them. It goes through all and has each one for each sign, and then some pages from the book, the watercolor book of plants. These were from the month of August, of course, because it's my birth month. There's August. And pictures from. And then this is an old astrological clock drawing. with a dictionary page that has astronomy and astrology on the page, the definitions. A paper clip you can, to fold out the, and then this paper clip here. It's just a little small image of the same clock. A little sun charm, one of my grandmother's old buttons, and some more of that book in the month of August. And then in this pocket, which is another junk mail envelope, I put my natal chart. I had a natal chart done on Etsy and made a little booklet with it. It's my personal natal chart, and this is a copy of the chart. Use some embroidery thread to tie around it, like it's just, it goes in that pocket. Another pocket in the back, and I close it with this little paper clip and charm. And it goes back into its little pocket. And there's the window that was on the front of the junk mail pocket. Some more journaling pages. Card. That's the end of that. Some more charms. That's the end of that signature. Then we go on to the signature about dreams. A card, a little card pocket with like a bookmark. Some more collaging I did and used some corrugated cardboard. Book page with some gesso on it. Here's a tag from the witch's hat that I put together this year for Halloween. I decorated it, put a few lines. I could write a few things on the back of there. Put it in the front in a little glycine bag. Some zigzag stitching. This card is this one here. She's a dream catcher. And then this is some journaling pages where I could journal dreams. It's fun. Journaling can be very relaxing. Okay. More stuff about dreams. Various herbs that can help you sleep. Making dream catchers and dream pillows. Dream pillows I think would be fun to make. I'm not much of a dream catcher person, but the dream pillows I think would be fun to make. They have herbs in them. You keep them in your bed. You know, stuff like lavender helps you sleep. More journaling pages and stuff about dreams all in there. And then we move on to tarot cards, which I think is a really fun thing. I ordered this just one large tarot card, Temperance, because I thought it fit well for the front cover of it. And this is just a fun little moon tarot card that is holographic. There we go. Some more trim go on there. Another page for one of those junk journal magazines they have at Michael's. Here we have a tag. I set a piece of cloth on there. I could pin things on there, like mementos, tickets, charms. It's the front of it with tarot cards. I decoupage napkin pieces around them. These are cards I printed off the internet that explain the tarot cards. This is just a picture. I sewed around it, but it's just a picture from the book, The Great Expectations. And more journaling cards. This is more about the tarot cards, what they mean. But I think tarot cards are fun, something fun. Or journaling. And then this page I took in, this is one of those free things that came in an Etsy package. And I did a little inking on it and made a little pocket, put that in the back. This I took some pages and made a little notepad. They open both ways, multi-pages, and put that there. And then it's just another piece of cloth I sewed some buttons on. Paper clips in the journal. Now this one has to do with crystals. There's another chart with moon, stars. As you can see, I like things that are spiritual, mystical, witchy. Okay. Now, since it's about to do with crystals, I use some of my little decorations here to add crystals to this signature. A card here with some some vintage rickrack that just happened to come with this old sewing machine that I had bought. There was all kinds of fun stuff in there. It's a paper doily I used to make a pocket with some more crystals and stamps and a little tag. And information on crystals and their properties. And then you can do anything you want in these journals. And sometimes just put down something you're excited about or how you feel that day and you can make it a piece of art. Well, when we got the first woman and a black woman at that, it's going to be our new vice president. It excited me. So I made a decoupaged this together, and it has some that's sewing pattern that I decoupaged on the back, and then some pictures from the front of the envelope for the sewing pattern. Words that I got out of various magazines that say, "Get your groove on, ladies. The glass is falling, November 2020." And crystals, this is the crystal signature, and also the glass falling. Then also another stamp here of a commemorative stamp that was put out for the woman's vote. And it's a used one that was cut off an envelope when somebody mailed something to my sister's office, and they saved them for me. So that was fun to do. I enjoyed doing that. It's fun. I thought it turned out quite well. I got a piece of trim in there, and book page. I incorporated quite a bit in there. It was fun to make. And okay, here's another one. We had Wicked stamp in the front. Here we have Wizard of Oz. See? Poppies, poppies, poppies. We'll put them to sleep. Now, this is the crystal page. And then I incorporated the Wizard of Oz, and you open the envelope. Another quote. This is unusual weather we're having, ain't it? And inside is the Wicked Witch of the West. And she says, "Emerald City, my pretty." And there's our crystal, Emerald City. And it has the Wicked Witch of the West, which I enjoy in the Wizard of Oz. And then I can write in there. I can put a photograph in it. A little piece of book sheet and old paper, ribbon, buttons, music sheet. Okay, another pocket with some cards in it. Now we move on to the signature has to do with the moon. Now I glued this on there to make a pocket, but I haven't put anything in it. There's some more trim, upholstered trim, and some beaded trim. And this is a Luna moth looking up at the moon. It's watching you. Okay, a card in a pocket. a small pocket. Now this, I just happened to find these words in a magazine. I thought it was fun to use. Under the spell of the moon. And it's just fun. And then lunar. And these is for the moon phases. The new. And then you got waxing, various different moon phases. And then here it tells you, well, if you're going to make some moon water, depending on what your intention is, you'd want to make your moon water during these specific types of moon phases. And I made that little card that goes in there and come right on the back of it. This is more about moon water, you know, what to of your intention and directions on how to make the moon water, and what you could like you could use it for in meditation, and you can even drink moon water from according to the directions. Okay, now here is a page from the dictionary, the definition of moon. Put that on there. Okay, more about, you know, the moon rituals. Okay, journaling pages. Now, of course, you know, it's like you just got to have fun stuff. And so here's some little tags that go underneath this card that I have. And this card is the moon, and it's surrounded by synchronized swimmers. I thought it was quite fun. And then you open up, and here's another used stamp, and it's a commemorative stamp of the man on the moon. And right inside of that goes in that little pocket. Come over. So I've just folded the envelope over. And here are these little tags. They have vintage postage stamps that came out at the time. These are 10-cent ones that came out at the time the landing of the moon, you know, the man on the moon. And there's another one that was in 2 pieces. That's a 5-cent stamp. And then a pocket that I made with a card. Okay, and then there's another pocket underneath. 2 little belly band pockets there. And then there's 2 pockets at the top. This is a card that for journaling. Some moon phases. And this one's got the hair in the moon. That's a card. I hope that was fun to make. And more about the phases of the moon. And some book pages, journaling pages. Another pocket with some cards in it. And some more old rickrack that came with that sewing machine. And it's a little bag that I had with some labels on it that you can use to label your bottles of moon water. Fun stuff. Shouldn't everyone have some moon water in the refrigerator? Okay, now I had this other like ghost story book. It's a children's ghost story book, and with the books that I use to take apart and use for making journals. And I used a page about the case of the whistling ghost because I thought that was cute, and various different little pieces. This was hooked onto one of those vintage stamps, so I thought was fun, telling people to use their zip code. Some old buttons and thread. Now this whole little thing here came with something I ordered. They gave me a little tiny pocket that they had made out of music sheet paper, and I just made some more little tiny things to put inside there. That was actually in the front of someone's business card. You order stuff from mystical places, you get some interesting business cards and freebies. This was out of a magazine. I think it was a toy magazine that I cut that out of. And this is a quote, a yoga quote that I really like. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way. I just think that's a beautiful quote. Then we're coming to the end, and here's the back page. Now, this is from another one of my favorite witch characters, of course, the Sanderson sisters. And card inside says, I put a spell on you, and you open it up, and there they are, conjuring. And a little card inside there that can be journaled on. And I took the envelope it came in and put gessoed book pages inside and some old tea-dye paper on the out. And then this was part of the advertisement in the package. And I just cut the image out and glued it on the front. And it's another piece of scrapbook paper that I made tags out of and bookmark. And a hole punched in the back with one of these elastic things is what closes my alligator journal. Okay, thank you for watching.